Deputy Laura? I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I don't, oh my gosh, the boyfriend is so good. I'm like, I'm gonna have to read every one of Freedom McFadden's book. Oh, it is. Hello, good morning. How's it going? I was able to get my cucumber water this morning. So, yay. Oh, yeah. You're trying to hold my kidneys together. But you know, I had to start, I will tell you, one time my kidneys had got out of whack a little bit, and I realized I wasn't drinking enough water. So.
Morn. It's not a family violence, it's not my bad.
Excuse me, miss. No, not on the front row.
Nobody's not in the first row, not the first row. There's no babies in here, ma'am, you need to step out.
It's too cold to have babies out in this weather. And I keep telling people the courtroom is so germy. Babies, Stephanie, you know, baby's immune system is not up. When I would visit clients at the jail, there would be a long line and people have newborns. I'm like, no, no. I mean, how dirty is the courthouse? No offense to the courthouse, the staff, the cleaning staff, they do a great job, but it's dirty up here. Who knows what's under the carpet? I mean, you know, there was a flood. They didn't even want to change out the carpet. Excuse me, miss. Thank you. Okay. All right, everyone, I'm going to call the docket at 9. Right now it's 8:59 a.m. Ah, there we go. It is 9 a.m. All right, everyone. These are the rules of the court. You need to follow these rules. To the people in the audience, if you're not on the docket and you don't follow these rules, if a deputy taps you on the shoulder, that means you need to leave. No questions asked. There's not going to be any discussions. So the people in the audience, you are not allowed to talk to people in the box. Those are inmates. You're not allowed to talk to them. If you want to talk to them, you'll need to do it at the Bexar County Jail. When you speak to them, that puts the deputies on even higher alert. The deputies are in charge of security in this courtroom, and we want the court to run smoothly. So today is Friday Eve. Sir, you were not late because I haven't called the docket, so you're not supposed to be on the front row. But thank you for putting yourself on the front row. All right, I'm going to call the docket. When I call the docket, you need to stand and let me know that you are here. If you do not announce, I'm going to assume you're not here and a warrant may be issued for your arrest. Michael Ogden, Michael John Ogden. Oh, sir, please have a seat. Squeeze in like church, find a place. Camry Johnson. Ruben Philip Zamora. Ah, Deputy Laura, Friday's Eve is not starting out so great.
Fine, Judge. President.
You didn't drive him? Okay, Mr. Porter. Tomas Lozano Jr. Thank you. Jeffrey Alameda. Jeffrey Alameda. Am I pronouncing the last name correctly? And they're not even here to see it. Alex Arazola.
President.
Thank you. Joe Gutierrez. Joe Gutierrez.
Did you, getting in contact with him yesterday, I'll make sure to call them.
Okay. Could you pull that file for me, please? Eric Cantu, custody. Mario Vargas. Mario Alberto Vargas. Thank you. Ezekiel Neely. Thank you. Clinton Camacho. Clinton Camacho. Thank you. Alexander Rodriguez. Angus Oakles Talbot, custody. Julio Smith.
He's President Council.
Thank you. You know, the last time I heard the name Julio was on Sanford and Son. I mean, this is the first time I've heard that. I love that name. Michael Uwe. I'm working on learning how to pronounce it. Ray De La Rosa. Ray De La Rosa. Thank you. Anthony Harris, custody. Joseph Jefferson Smith IV. Joseph Jefferson Smith IV. Janet Silva, custody. James McGarity. James McGarity. Thank you. Kavanta Thomas.
He's present, counsel, Your Honor.
Thank you. Johnny De La Rosa, custody. Moses Martinez.
Present, Your Honor.
Thank you. Isaac Valle. Do I not pronounce the S in that?
Bias.
Bias. Thank you. Imani Robinson. Imani Renee Robinson. Raymond McKennedy, custody. Ray De La Rosa. Ray, thank you. You're on the docket more than once. Mario Enosa. Tamar McIntyre. Clinton Dixon. David Hernandez, custody. Robert Ortiz. Robert Ortiz. Giselle Sauceda. Thank you. Nicholas Cameron, custody. Christy Leslie Brown. Thank you. Andres Tamayo, custody. Mary Guerrero, custody. Sandra Gaitan.
Here.
Miles Fenton.
Here.
Joseph Kruger. Jeremiah Day. Jose Mejia. Eric Gonzalez Lopez, custody. Tyler Ashbaugh. Thank you. Roberto Andrade. Juan Clara Rascon, custody. Jesus Prada, custody. Joshua Harris Johnson. Joshua Harris Johnson. Marco Moreno Vasquez, custody. David Wayne Johnson, custody. Robert Castillo. Shannon Anderson. Victoria Velez. Victoria Martinez Velez. Willie Cunningham. Catherine Aguilar. Catherine Sanchez Aguilar, custody. April Ann Pettis. Jared Jesse G. Sanchez. Trevor Morse, sorry, custody. Raul Juarez, custody. Jacob Rodriguez. Jacob Rodriguez. Damian Isaiah Mermella. How do you pronounce that last name? Mermella. Betty Jean Gonzalez, custody. Amanda May Drummond, custody. Is there anyone who's present and your name was not called? All right, everyone, these are the rules of the court. If you follow these rules, everything will go smoothly. So far, every time that I've given these rules, the only people who have not followed them have been attorneys. So attorneys, it is Friday Eve. Follow these rules and everything will go smoothly. First thing, if you are entering into a plea bargaining agreement and that person is going to be placed on probation or you want them on probation, or if you have someone who's on probation who has a violation, include the probation officer in your conversation. That will save time, because when we're on the record, I'm going to say, probation, what's your input? And if you have not received input from the probation officer, that will slow things down. And let me just tell you, probation, they're important people. Probation, could you all raise your hand? That's all probation over there. The other thing, when you're speaking to me and it's somebody that is going to be placed on probation, everybody, do not block the probation officer's view, because they need to hear what's going on and it makes it difficult for them. The court reporter, this is the rule attorneys never follow. Please follow this rule. When we're on the record, which means I've called the style of the case, don't talk behind the court reporter. If you're in the box and you have someone here, all you need to do is raise your hand. The deputy will move you to the other side and you can continue your conversation. If you have somebody who is in custody, yes, they need to be a part of the conversation and they need to be brought out. Ask the deputy to bring them out and the deputy will bring them out. You are not ready to approach the court until your client has been brought out. Once you requested that your client be brought out, do not leave the courtroom. I'm not being mean by requesting that. The reason why I do it, because the deputies can have so many people in the box due to security reasons. And if you requested your person and you left, guess what? That means that you are being selfish and inconsiderate to your colleagues, because now they can't call their inmate out because you have someone sitting over there. If your client wishes to speak to the court in a language other than English, we will need an interpreter. Do not say, it's just a reset. Do we need an interpreter? Yes, we do. And you don't know if it's just a reset, because I'm the only one who can give you a reset or give you a continuance. Do not approach this area when we're on the record. Again, I want 100% of my focus on whoever's before me. Can I multitask and put 99.9% here and put the other percentage point over here? Yes, but I don't want to do that. I want to be 100% focused on you and your client and whatever arguments you present to the court. Once you've conferred with your client, once you confer with the state, just approach, ask the clerk or the coordinator, pull your phone. There's no need to stare me down. I'm going to call you in the order of appearance. The only exception is if you need an interpreter. And the reason why I'm doing that is because there's a limited number of interpreters and we need to get interpreters in and out quickly. Does everyone understand the rules? All right, so it's Friday Eve. We're not retired, but guess what? We can be happy. It's Friday Eve. So please confer with kindness in your heart and a smile on your face. Everyone, please confer. All right, for the people who came in late, please stand and tell me your name.
Imani Robinson.
All right, Imani Robinson. All right, Ms. Robinson, have a seat. Let me find you on the docket. Thank you, sir. Jacob Rodriguez. All right, have a seat. What page is Jacob Rodriguez on? Yeah, do you see what page Jacob Rod? Ah, I found him. Sir, what's your name? Jose? All right, just have a seat, sir. Thank you. Deputy Laura, do you see Jose Gutierrez on the docket? Ah, thank you.
Yes. You will expect that you must, if we incur, it should not be required you provide because.
Yeah. Hey, LaShawn, now I can use my brand new stapler. Oh, here's the beautiful stapler that Yaya gave me, so I won't keep saying, where's the stapler? Now I have no excuse. Oh, and right on the back.
Good job, yeah.
Yes, I'm like, I'm so excited. Hello. Yes, while you're approaching,
Motion to bond on an NPR from Saudi Tola.
you need to turn it in and then I'll call you.
I wasn't sure if there was one. And the same call number.
Yes, let me double check, but I want to say it is. All right, well, we already have somebody named Joseph DeBet and Joshua on the Zoom call.
Yeah.
Oh, they made Going up at 7:00.
All right, yeah. Is Camry Johnson the same person as Amadeus Smith? Oh, they're the same people? Oh, Amadeus Smith?
Judge, I think that's mine. It's the same cause number as the case I was appointed on,
Mhm.
which is Camry Johnson.
Yes,
So I don't know why they just have
Oh, I
different
guess they-
numbers.
I guess they have two different names, maybe?
I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. I looked on Odyssey. I couldn't pull anything up under I made Jay and Smith, but it's the same cause number.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know why I never got appointed on anybody named Smith.
Ah, okay, they're just saying, well, we're gonna see what's going on with Odyssey, but I'm being told it's the same SID number, same person.
Same cause number.
Yes.
So when I search the cause number, Johnson comes up, Camry Johnson.
Okay.
So I don't know why.
All right, well, we have an issue because I think your client is on bond and they're not present.
That's true.
And then there's a violation report. Have you seen the violation report?
I have.
All right, are you ready to proceed on it?
I am.
All right. Could I have a prosecutor? It's criminal trial division. All right, this is a violation report
Wonderful.
and it's Camry Johnson. Have you had a chance to review the violation report, State?
It's pretty extensive.
You want to be?
I would much prefer to have my own copy, but this one.
And y'all, we're certain that Amadeus Smith and Amabayam Smith and Camry Johnson are the same. Okay. And is Mr. Beck the attorney on the Amadeus Smith case as well? All right, if you could check, we're gonna make sure.
I don't think there is. That's
Thank
the
you.
same cause number as
Thank you.
the other.
So she's gonna check quickly for us and then we'll go on the record. Definitely, Laura, I'll need an announcement in the hallway for 3 people. Camry Johnson. They're all the same people.
Okay.
Amadeus Jordan Smith. Ambabayam Smith. And if you could make an announcement. And Mr. Beck,
Yes,
you believe that you're the attorney on all 3 cases?
I'm only the attorney on one case. That is Camry Johnson.
All right, well, we're gonna proceed with that then.
I mean, the other cases are all the same cause number.
Oh, well, before you leave, we're gonna make sure that you're the attorney on all the cases. So don't leave, but we'll take up this matter that you're definitely the attorney on.
It's only one case.
Okay.
In other words, the same cause numbers. If you look at my notices.
No. The other cases is a charge of harassment of public servant. The Camry Johnson case is the charge of criminal mischief.
I don't know, Judge. I never got appointed on anything but Camry Johnson, and when I run, uh, uh, the college number that they gave me for Marvin Smith, it's the same college number, and so the Camry Johnson case comes out.
All right, there's something I think wrong with the Odyssey system.
Really?
But if there's other cases out there, I don't know. I don't know why.
Okay, okay. All right, and I don't think Lesser is on the wheel anymore. We'll figure it out, but please don't leave. We're gonna get it straightened out before you leave. All right, we're gonna go on the record. Court is calling 2024 CR 010377, State of Texas versus Camry Johnson. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris Edelman.
All right, this hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. It is now 9:18 a.m. The defendant has not made an appearance. Deputy Laura, did you make an announcement for Camry Johnson?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
All right, and the court is in receipt of a second violation report. And pretrial services is stating that the defendant never reported and is in non-compliance. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report? State,
The PSI report.
I'm sorry, the violation report. State,
That I have had an opportunity to review, Your Honor.
all right, defense?
I have.
All right. Defense, have you had any contact with your client?
The contact I had with my client was when he was in custody, he called. He wanted a bond set. I filed a motion to set bond. Before it was set, he was released on PR bond. And I don't have his phone number, and no one ever provided me with any information on his phone number or where he's at. They had a reference listed in the violation report. That reference, I call that number and it says not dialed correctly, or it doesn't work for whatever reason. So, I mean, really, it's a breakdown in the system. I mean, how he was released on PR bond and no one ever asked his phone number or his address or where he's at. I don't know, but
Well, so the record is clear. I didn't do that. Someone else did that. But state, what are you requesting?
Issue a bench warrant, Your Honor.
All right, that will be granted. The court will issue a judge's warrant and remand your client without bond. If your client makes an appearance, the court will reconsider. Thank you. All right, Ms. Ferguson, before he leaves, if you can see, this person has 3 cases listed on our system, all 3 different names. Lesser is listed as the attorney on 2 cases. And I think Lesser is no longer accepting appointments. So if you can check and see if Mr. Beck should be on all of those cases. Thank you. Yes.
He's got a different name.
Yes. Mhm. And yeah, as soon as I put this in the system, I'll give it to you. Clinton Dixon.
Yes, Your Honor.
And where's Mr. Dixon?
Judge, he's in custody.
Oh, have they brought him out?
Yes, sir.
All right, have him come forward.
He has 2 indicted felony cases.
He has 2 indicted ones?
Unindicted.
Unindicted, okay.
One's a robbery, one's a possession.
All right. So what is the status of those unindicted cases?
I just spoke to Ms. Rory and I was gonna send off an email to the intake attorney, Jonathan Alvarado. I just haven't had a chance to yet, Judge. And I can give an update, but it's not indicted at this point.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset this case. And Mr. Dixon, I'm going to give you a date in December. If your attorney wants you brought back sooner, your attorney can have you brought back sooner. The issue with your case is this is a state jail felony and there are other felonies that are unindicted. It's going to be difficult for your attorney, or you may not want your attorney to take care of this case because it still doesn't solve the issues of the outstanding felonies. Do you understand?
So I asked you last time I was here by sign for, go ahead, sign for a plea deal.
All right, so here's the thing. I'll have you all step back and counsel, if you'll confer with the state and state if you'll see what the update is upstairs.
Okay, Judge.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Just let the clerks know when you're ready to approach again.
Good, Judge.
Alex Arizola. Have you conferred with the state?
We have your,
All right. Where's your client?
he's in custody.
All right, come down. All right, are you all hearing this motion to revoke?
No, Your Honor, a motion to set bond.
All right, why, have you all conferred on the motion to revoke?
No, I thought you wanted us to confirm the motion to set bond. That's my
I
understanding.
mean, you can confer on the motion to set bond, but I think you all should confer also on the motion to revoke as well.
Are we gonna go forward on the motion to revoke today?
It depends. If you all want to, my advice, confer on the motion to revoke. And then if,
I see, okay.
then, yes. All right, thank you. All right, sir, just have a seat.
Okay.
Yes.
Judge, the three cases that I have that are appointed on your docket, normally put them on the docket for today.
Okay.
One of them is incompetence.
You need to have them pull the file.
You'll need to speak with Norman Ferguson.
Michael Ogden. Ruben Zamora. Jeffrey Alameda. Mario Vargas. Clinton Camacho. Joseph Jefferson Smith IV.
Judge, he's gonna be on Zoom. That's the guy that had medical issues.
All right.
Now,
Is he listed as Joseph?
Jefferson Smith.
Ah, I see Joseph Smith. Are you ready to proceed on him?
Yeah, he's supposed to be on Zoom.
He's on Zoom.
And I'm also conferring with the state. I have a motion to modify bond. They're looking at it.
All right, let me know when you're ready then.
He's on the file right there.
All right. All right, Mr. Smith, I'm gonna put you in a waiting room. Once your attorney is ready to proceed, I'll bring you back in. Juan Castaneda.
It's my case, that's one of the three that we brought in specially to see. if-
All right, is he in custody?
He's in custody.
Has it been brought out?
I asked for him to be brought out.
Okay, hasn't been brought out yet. Once he's brought out, I'll take it out.
He's right here.
Oh, Castaneda, come down. All right, thank you.
And the other one, Monroe Hurt, is incompetent, so they didn't bring my other.
All right. Mr. Castaneda, I'm assuming you're asking to withdraw counsel, is that correct?
Please, Your Honor.
All right, we're gonna go on the record. Court is calling 2024 CR 011194, State of Texas versus Juan Alejandro Castaneda. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris Edelman.
Defense?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm Todd McCray.
And are you Mr. Castaneda?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Defense, my understanding you wish to withdraw, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you file a motion or no?
I didn't follow motion.
All right, any objection to proceeding by oral motion to withdraw?
No, Your Honor.
All right, can you state for the record the reason for withdrawal?
I was elected to be judge, justice of the Board Court of Appeals.
Oh, I know the answer to your question, but the record needs to be clear. That's why I'm asking.
I recently elected to be justice of the Board Court of Appeals, and I would like to be able to take my oath of office January 1.
All right, do you have any objections to his withdrawal?
Nah, unless that means I can't do anything today.
No, you'll have another attorney appointed to you today.
It's fine.
All right, do you have any objections to his withdrawal? All right, the oral motion to withdraw is granted. All right, if you have a seat in the box, we'll make sure you have an attorney.
I do have something else.
All right. Next case we have is Monroe Walker. Court is calling 2023 CR 7583, State of Texas versus Monroe. Walker heard. Can I have parties announced for the record? State,
Andrew Harris Edelman.
defense.
Todd McCray for Monroe Hurt, Your Honor.
All right. My understanding defense is you're asking to withdraw.
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Did you file a motion?
I did not.
Any objection to an oral motion to withdraw?
No, Your Honor.
And could you state for the record your reason for withdrawal?
I was elected to be justice of the Board Court of Appeals to take office January 1.
All right. And what is the status of Mr. Hurt's case?
Presently incompetent, Your Honor.
Any objections to the motion to withdraw, state?
No, Your Honor.
All right, the motion to withdraw will be granted. And we're off the record. The court is calling 2021 CR 8325, State of Texas versus Paul Marvin Smith. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris Edelman.
For the defense?
Todd McCray for Paul Marvin Smith.
And it's the court's understanding you wish to withdraw from this case, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you file a motion to withdraw?
I did not.
Any objection to an oral motion to withdraw? All
No, Your Honor.
right, what is your reason for withdrawing?
Judge, I was elected to be justice of the Fourth Court of Appeals to take office January 1.
All right, what is the status of this case?
Judge, I was recently appointed, and my understanding is he's presently in the hospital.
Any objection to the withdrawal?
No, Your Honor.
All right, motion to withdraw will be granted. Just one moment. Renee Munoz,
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
hi. Are you eligible for first degree?
Yes, Judge.
All right, are you able to take Paul Smith? He's currently in the hospital.
Yes, sir.
All right, and the reason why I chose him because he does well with people who are in the hospital and he knows the ins and outs of that. All right, so he'll give you information on that. Norma, if you'll appoint Renee Munoz on Paul Smith. All right, is there anything else?
I don't have anything else before the court, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Your excuse. Jose Gutierrez. Mr. Gutierrez, are you all ready, Bashan, or no? All right, Mr. Gutierrez, if you'll come forward. Hello, good morning. All right. Thank you. Okay, I will. All right, Mr. Gutierrez, you're here for a compliance hearing. We've had a client compliance hearing with you before. Do you understand? Do you need an interpreter?
No,
All right, so what did you understand?
you said.
All right, so I had you appear before the court previously. The reason why is because you were not being compliant with your conditions of probation. You are not following your conditions of probation. Do you understand now? So here's the issue. You are not keeping your appointments. Why are you unable to keep your appointments?
I've been going the reports.
No, you have not. You understand? So we're at a crossroads. And this is where the crossroads leaves us. Either you're going to follow through on your conditions or you're not. If you're not, a motion to revoke is going to be filed, and I'm not going to have another conversation with you like we're having now. Do you understand? Probation, when is his next appointment and when does he need to be available for someone to come to his house? And I see he needs a TAP evaluation. Is that correct?
Judge, he needs a top evaluation as well, drug court referral. None of the appointments were made, so the evaluation cannot be made.
And how long have we been trying to do the TAP evaluation?
Judge, let me double check.
Why are you not doing the evaluations?
It's, December the third, it's gonna go, I think,
I'm sorry, what?
on December the third, that's gonna go, I think, on the top.
No, they don't have any, they're gonna check, but they say that you have not done your evaluations for the court. And these evaluations are to help you with any alcohol issues you may have. And I'm receiving reports that you're showing up slurring your words with bloodshot eyes and smelling of alcohol.
That's
Now, smelling, what does smelling of alcohol have to do with wearing eyeglasses?
on drink.
Okay,
On December the third, we're gonna go by the Jones building.
mhm.
December the third.
Judge, please, after evaluation, make sure to be on schedule for December the 3rd at 9:00 in the morning.
All right. So if you do not make that TAP evaluation on December 3rd at 9 a.m., a motion to revoke will be filed. What that means is you will be taken into custody wherever you may be. If you're at a restaurant and you're getting your meal and they brought your meal out, they will arrest you right in the restaurant and won't allow you to have your meal. If you just paid for groceries, they're going to leave the groceries behind and take you into custody. Do you understand?
No.
You are not allowed to miss any more appointments. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you need to write your appointments down, then I'm sure probation will give you a calendar and you can write down December 3rd, 9 a.m. Do you know where you're supposed to appear for your TAP evaluation?
By the Jones.
All right. Is there anything else, probation?
No, Judge, I just need clarification on whether or not you would like me to proceed with another felony drug protocol.
Yes. I know there's a pause, but at least if it's already done, we will we'll have it in place. All right. All right, thank you. Mary Stella Guerrero. Good morning. All right, counsel, have you received all of the discovery?
Judge, we're requesting a reset. Prosecution has been thoroughly complained.
All right.
Your Honor, the prosecution is requesting a reset because we would like to speak with the complainant before making a plea offer to the defendant.
All right, Norma. Recall this for December 16th. At that time, the state will tender an offer.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Do you have any questions about anything?
No.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Tamar McIntyre.
He's the president, Your Honor. In custody.
Hi, morning.
Morning, Your Honor.
All right, so I'm assuming all the discovery has been taken care of?
Discovery has been taken care of, Your Honor. The last time we talked, we had received a ballistics report that had been generated this fall. Our expert is still reviewing that and advises he needs probably about 60 more days to complete his answer. But that's the last thing that we have facing us. After
We
that, we'll
spoke
be
with
ready.
him yesterday. We spoke with him yesterday, Your Honor. And he said he will have it done within 60 days.
All right, I need an acknowledgement of discovery signed today.
Okay, Judge.
And then Norma, set this for jury trial in February. This is going to jury trial in February. Is it going to, if it is going to trial? And it's criminal trial division. All right, you're scheduled for jury trial on February 10th.
Thank you.
All right, what will end up happening How many witnesses are, I mean, how many jurors are you all expecting to need on this case?
It's gonna depend, Your Honor. The nature of the case involves a music video, and that music video is very famous and well known. So we may need a little bit more than the average pool because people are familiar and informed in opinions. They'd be this small.
It happens to be the most watched video on national.
Well, I haven't seen it. I guess that says more about my
Me neither.
age. So,
I think that's correct.
all right,
You're
Norma.
too young.
I like that. Thank you.
You are.
Norma, then put this for jury selection on February 7th and see if the central jury room is available for jury selection. So jury selection will take place on February 7th. And if you all have motions, those motions need to be heard the week of February 3rd.
Okay. Your Honor, just as a clarifying point, we would like to use what they call audience participation software in the selection process, where we would give the individual Venarman a clicker with different buttons on it, so that when we ask them scaled questions, their answers are submitted to the attorneys for both state and defense, but they're not shared among the pool. Our fear being that sometimes when you ask scaled questions after about the first 4 or 5, people just start parroting the answer of the person in front of them. But
Well, here's the problem with that. How is the court reporter going to take those answers down?
we would be asking that we give the raw data both to the court and to the state. So that, and those answers could be simply received into the record as an exhibit, rather than as, you know, the court reporter having to say juror number 1, answer 2, juror number 2.
It should speed up the process. That's the theory.
Oh, don't worry, you guys will have 20 minutes each side.
That's generous of you.
Pretend like I'm a different judge and people would say, okay, that's generous.
One of your predecessors in this court in particular, I think, was fond of that.
Yeah.
So as I give time for jury selection and people think it's not enough time, just view the wall. I would say 1, 2, 3, number 4.
Yeah.
Counting this way.
I think.
So,
Reasonable.
all right. Well, state, I allow people to do their jury selection, however they want to do their jury selection. If there's any objections to that being the process, then let me know. But we will make sure that the process you want to proceed with is on the record. So it won't fall upon the court reporter if something is not present for the fourth court or whoever it might be to say they didn't take the record down appropriately.
We
That makes
definitely want to
sense.
make sure it's documented, and I think that we have the capacity to do that really quickly, and it'll be smooth. But how many jurors would the court intend to call? We have 100 clickers right now. I can get more, but I just need to know how many of the court participants. bringing
All
in.
right. Well, how many do y'all, the central jury room holds about 200?
So probably about 200.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. That jury selection, and Norma, can you call down to the central jury room right now and see if February 7th is available? Here's the thing about calling up a jury on Friday. That means it goes on Friday, because if it doesn't go on Friday, that's $75 per juror. And the county doesn't like it when jurors are called up and then it doesn't happen.
I can understand that.
Okay, so Ms. Ferguson is going to check very quickly about that. And then do y'all have any motions that need to be heard before that date?
We will have some motions in limine. I don't know how the court wants us to.
With the
time it.
motion in limines, I don't know anything about your case. So with the motion in limines, unless it's something that's black letter law, which usually it's not, I always tell both sides to approach before they're going to get into any things that are covered by the motion in limine.
That's reasonable. I think if we file them, that gives both sides at least an understanding of when that's gonna happen, so we don't have a problem.
And then sometimes I find that parties are able to agree.
That's correct. Your
So-
Honor,
Yes.
2 additional matters when you're ready.
Yes.
One, hopefully we won't need the fourth court to look at it.
Okay, the eye wink, okay.
That secondly, if you recall, we needed to make arrangements. We have Chris Castle here to measure him, because he has no way
Is
to
he
go.
present today to measure?
He's in the courtroom, yes.
Oh, the deputy will allow him, deputies, will you allow him to go into the back with another party to be measured for clothing? I'm sure you,
He's done it before.
all right.
Thank you.
As I tell everybody, I'm not in charge of security. I let the deputies do that. All right, so February 7th will be jury selection. All right, so February 7th will be jury selection, and there will be 200 jurors called. Then on Monday, the 10th, how long do y'all expect this trial to last?
Week and a half.
I'm usually pretty quick, Judge, but
Yeah.
Okay,
my imagination will probably last at least 2 weeks.
all right, so then this is the schedule. I'll give you all the schedule per week, but I'm going to give you the first week schedule now. So February 7th is jury selection. February 10th, we'll start testimony, opening statements and everything. We'll start that at 1:30. Tuesday, the 11th, Norma, will be 1:30. February 12th will be all day. February 13th, 1:30. February 14th, all day. And then on the next week, 17th is a holiday. We can discuss with the jurors whether or not they want to come in on the 17th or not. If they do want to come in on the 17th, then that will be all day, and we'll make arrangements for the jurors to come in the way they come in. All right? So if you all can make sure you look at your calendars as well for February 17th. All right, is there anything else?
Nothing on the side here.
All right. And as soon as Deputy Laura finished coordinating.
Can I have Mr. Cassie come?
Oh, just give us 1 second. Deputy Laura. They have someone to measure him for clothing because he's lost a lot of weight maybe, or is he able to measure him in the back? All right. Yes.
He's here.
All right. Yes. So he can get his measurements today at 12.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Giselle Sauceda. Oh, and Mr. McIntyre, y'all want him to go this way or this? All right, they're gonna put a hold on you so you can get your measurements. All right, Giselle Marie Sauceda. That's okay. All right, counsel, who were you conferring with?
I had first, Tony, I think I don't remember names.
All right, everyone, please whisper. Whisper as though you are spies and you don't want to get discovered. All right, do you have all of the discovery?
I think so, Judge. We just recently completed what we think was available. Thank you, trouble with that initially.
All right,
Our first appearance, but I believe we got the evidence.
all right, State, were you able to tender an offer?
Not today, Your Honor.
But we're not ready to ask for an offer. That's one, Judge.
All right, Norma, if you recall this for December 19th, State, you'll need to be prepared to tender an offer on that date.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, is there anything else?
Nothing further, Judge.
All right, thank you for
Thank you.
dressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Julio Smith. Julio Perez Smith.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Hello. If you all can slide this way, please. All right, thank you. All right, where are we on discovery?
Your Honor, the state was gonna meet with the victim to ask her if there was any missing cell phone videos. Unfortunately, she was gonna come into the office yesterday, but she asked to reschedule until tomorrow. So the state's asking for just a short reset after tomorrow's meeting with the victim.
All right, is that the only discovery that's outstanding?
There's still some photographs that the state is checking into as well to see if they exist. There's some that we know exist, they just need to upload them.
Answer my questions. All right, the court is calling 2024 CR 0074457 State versus Julio Perez Smith. Can I have parties announced for the record? State,
Antonio Arriola,
defense.
Stephanie Stevens. Andrea Bell.
All right, and are you Mr. Julio Perez Smith?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
All right, counsel, have you received all of the discovery?
No, Your Honor, we are still waiting on the video. After the meeting with the client, we're also waiting on some photographs to see if they do exist, and there were some other photographs that we were able to upload as well.
All right, and state, what is the status of the photographs?
the detective was going to make sure that there were no photographs taken by the marshals. Still waiting to hear back from him. And then as far as the video, there's a video referenced in the police report that we don't have in our possession. So the state was going to meet with the victim yesterday to ask her about that video. She unfortunately asked to reschedule the meeting until tomorrow.
All right, and Mr. Smith, I'm not going to place you under oath, but my question for you is, are you employed? Okay, then we will recall this for December 19th. That's the final discovery. You need to make sure that your witness is there, make sure that if there are photographs, that they're given to the defense.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, anything else, defense?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, then we'll come back on December 19th. Once you sign the reset form, you will be excused, and that will be your final discovery. All right, thank you. Alexander Rodriguez.
Yes. On another subject on table McIntyre. Discovery is 851 pages.
Okay,
So can
It
I get
doesn't
that
have
to
to be
them?
done today.
Okay, I can print it out upstairs later and.
Sure.
I notified the defense counsel. I'll call them when they come back.
Yeah, okay, that's no problem. And then just make sure then that it's, given to the court. You can give it to the court on the 7th.
Okay, yeah, we'll get it done.
All right, thank you. All right, this is about CPS records.
Yes,
Where are they?
so it looks like Ashley is burning them right now. So we need to provide them to defense, but I think defense also needs to review them to make sure that all the records that CPS has represented to us that have been given to us, that also she received. So I guess if we can get a few more minutes today.
All right. So do y'all need to look at that today, or you need to come back on another day?
I mean, it would be beneficial to come back on another day, Judge, because the state's telling me that CPS is representing to them that the specific time period that we're asking for is on there. The state is also representing to me that they are having trouble finding that specific portion. And so I just want to confirm that we actually are getting what we think we're getting.
All right, so this is what I'm telling all parties. This is the last setting for CPS records. We've been doing CPS records since October. The date I'm giving you, if these are not the records, then somebody from CPS in the flesh needs to be here to answer for why the records are not here. All
So-
right, so.
So we
yes.
have the records. We will be providing them right now in a few minutes. As long as it takes to burn them, we'll give them to her. Now, I don't know how long she needs to review them. I'm fine with that too.
Right, we will go over them quickly, Judge, so we can answer quickly to let the state know.
All right, Norma, recall this for December 12th. All right, is there anything else? And it's for discovery for the CPS records.
And then just to make sure, December 12th, if the records not the records defense is looking for, then we will bring somebody from CPS on December 12th.
Yes,
Over Zoom would be fine, right?
yes.
Okay, cool.
And Judge, just to be upfront and clear with the court, there is a high significant challenge. We will be, not challenge, chance that we will be in a family law trial that week.
Okay,
So
We'll see where we
let
are.
you know.
all right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
So do it.
And then while I'm up here, do you want to talk about what happened yesterday with?
Oh, yes.
um,
So your expert came in and thought that he was going to be unhandcuffed For security reasons, that's a no.
And then left.
And then
alone
she
in
wanted
the-
him to
We did the out-
hold objects, and for security reasons, that's a no.
Okay,
So if she wants to have that done at the Bear County Jail, there needs to be a specific date and time. It just can't be general.
yes, she told me December 18th is the next date she has available. Can we adjust the order or do you want me to retype it?
If you can put that in the order, I will sign it.
Okay, can I handwrite it in there, Judge?
Yes.
Okay, do we know where it is?
See, the clerk will have to pull it
Okay.
because I sent it back with them.
Yes, I know. He's on the list.
All right, James McGarity.
Just stay here.
Yes.
Yes, Judge. Mr. McGarity, we were here on,
Have you conferred with the state?
yes.
Okay.
I don't know where.
Mr. Edelman is right there.
Oh, okay. But I did not confer with Mr. Edelman. I did confer with other prosecutors. but-
And I do not know what was discussed between Ms. Giovenko and whichever ADA she did confer with.
All right, so what are you saying? What was it?
Well, on Tuesday, we were here, Judge, and my client was not here. We had been trying to get a hold of him and he found out late Monday night that he did have court on Tuesday morning. It's my understanding he overslept. On Tuesday morning, I do know that you did tell me if you were to show up on Tuesday.
I would reconsider. So here's the thing, he was actually scheduled for court on November 18th, Monday, and he didn't show. Then I recalled it for November 19th.
Correct.
And you were gonna reach out to the bondsman, magistrate court, everybody. So then we came back on on November 19th, and he didn't show on time, and he said he overslept.
Yes, Judge, that's correct. There is a little bit of extra confusion with this case because it did bounce back and forth between this court and the 437. So I know that I got notice for this setting and I had reached out to Norma saying, in this case in the 437, so I didn't believe we were actually set on the 18th because I thought we were in a different court.
So let me ask you this, he didn't even show up in the 437, did he?
We weren't set in the 437 on Monday, so no, Judge, we're not. But I do recall you did say that if you were to show up on Tuesday, you would recall the bond.
No, I said I will reconsider.
Okay,
That's what I always say. I don't say I'll recall. I said, if your client makes an appearance, the court will reconsider.
well, we're asking for you to reconsider and at least set a bond, Judge.
Well, have you spoken to the bondsman? Do you know if the bondsman wants to be back on his bond?
I did speak to the bond. They did not get off the bond, so they issued to me that they had contact with him. They gave me multiple numbers to reach him.
Do you want to call the bondsman today and see if they want to be back on his bond? If they want to be back on his bond and there's no objection for the state, I'll reinstate the bond.
Okay, Judge, I'll do that.
So if you'll call them and find out.
I will,
All
yeah.
right, thank you. All right, thank you. Daniel Kruger,
Here, Judge.
Joseph Daniel Kruger.
Your Honor, he did not make the trip over from the jail. I think they just ran out of room, but we are able to get the court a full update. I spoke with them twice this week at the jail.
Okay, what's the update?
So, Your Honor, we're gonna need a trial setting. We've tried as best we could to get this resolved, but he said that he wants a trial.
All right. What I'm going to do, because I like people to be on notice for things, I'm gonna recall this. And I'm gonna recall it for December 2nd.
Second, let me pull up
Yes.
my calendar. Hang on, Judge. All right, we'll be here.
All right, Norma, Joseph Daniel Kruger, that's being recalled for December 2nd.
And he's in custody.
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Well, let me ask you, do you think Mr. Kruger is gonna be brought over? I mean, if you want to come back this afternoon,
Although I got specialty court today.
all right, so then we'll have him brought on December 2nd.
Yeah, we're ready to go. Thanks, Judge.
Thank you. And that won't be for jury trial, that'll be to give you a trial setting. Willie Cunningham. All right, who's the prosecutor?
Morning, Judge.
Good morning. All right, Norm, I need a jury trial date. It's family violence. How long do y'all expect this trial to last?
3 days at most.
3 days. All right, your jury trial date will be January 13th at 9 a.m. Once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused. And state, if you all can make sure that I have an acknowledgement of discovery.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Is there anything else?
Okay.
All right. All right, it'll be January 14th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome. Angus Ockles Talbot. All right, have you received all discovery?
I believe we've received it all, Judge. I don't think there's any outstanding discovery issues. It's more of a discovery review at this point before we can enter into plea negotiations.
All right, state, were you prepared to make an offer today or no?
No, Your Honor. This is a codefendant case. The codefendant was on Tuesday.
On Tuesday?
Yes, this last Tuesday, and then they're reset to January 9th, I think. They were separated.
All right, let me see.
And that one was due to discovery also, Your Honor, that defense.
All right, who's the, let me pull it up just a second. That's odd. Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, there's no setting, and I pulled up the wrong case number, that's why. Deputy Laura? I know that y'all have issues with bringing over co-defendants. So the co-defendant's case is set on January 9th. Let's bring this back on January 6th or 7th. January 6th or 7th.
Okay, 7.
The 7th?
Good.
All right, Norma, if you'll put this down for January 7th and state at that time you'll need to be prepared to tender an offer.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there anything else?
Nothing else.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. You know, I guess, yes, I will be filing a motion for appointment of investigator on this. And I just wanted to, do I need to bring it up now or file the motion?
File it and we'll take
and
care of it.
approach?
All right, thank you. April Ann Pettis. Hello. All right. Where are we on discovery?
Well, Judge, we just received an offer today.
Okay.
In regards to discovery, I did download discovery recently, as again, going through it, I've not had an opportunity to review that with my client.
Okay.
But we have been given an offer and on reviewing that, you know, I think we might have a decision.
Okay. And how are your meetings coming along?
Good.
All right. This is what I'm doing. I'm gonna set this for a plea deadline date. Norma, recall this for December 19th. And that will be your plea deadline date.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Okay.
Mario Vargas. Good morning.
Your Honor, he is not in the courtroom. He was going to appear later, I assume.
Yes.
But the state wanted to approach.
Yes.
Oh, okay, sorry. On this one, Judge, sorry, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm just reading my notes. Yes.
This is the one with the restitution hearing, Judge?
Yes.
And the amount, I think it was in dispute is like $7,000 roughly. We did reach out to the named victim in the case that is requesting that amount, on top of what the insurance company had paid him. We were gonna try to get him to come by Zoom. He didn't respond after we determined that he wasn't available, and he didn't obviously respond this morning.
Well, there
However,
are some people in Zoom. What's his name?
it's not,
Okay.
because we haven't given him anything, because we haven't talked to him. I just talked to Rose just previously. I know that he said he'd be available the week of the December 2nd. And that's all I have, because we're trying to get him to bring in receipts and everything else to prove this up, and it's a large amount that we want to make him whole, but I think there's possibly some discrepancies that we need to sort of hash out. If we had a little bit more time. We don't oppose the defendant showing up by Zoom or anything like that.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to recall this because I want this to be settled and no appellate issues perhaps raised because he wasn't given ample time to have, to appear. So I'll reset it for the week of December 2nd. So what date do y'all want? We have the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th.
I'll defer to defense since we're requesting it.
Okay, sure.
Monday, the 2nd would be great, Judge.
All right, Norma, on Mario Vargas, it's going to be recalled for December 2nd. And this will be the final setting for restitution. And all parties can appear by Zoom.
Thank you, James.
Is there anything else?
Nothing. There you go.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. All right. Marissa Giovinco. On this, you need to give a time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get with the doctor and verify that.
Victoria Velez.
Your Honor, she is not present, and if I am informed correctly, will not be present ever again.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Frankie Lott. Yes.
But just a matter of off here. And Mr. Lott is on Zoom, I believe. I don't know what the handle is, but he's looking at a screen. Says he'll be let, we should be let in shortly.
Is this the Tino U626AA?
Perhaps, Judge.
All right, it shows him joining. All right, you need to show your video. All right, if he doesn't show his video, we cannot proceed. So you may want to talk to him about that. Well, he needs to definitely turn on some lights. All right, are you Mr. Lott?
Yes,
Cannot hear you.
yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Damn.
It's
Can you hear me?
Speak up, sir.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello?
See, everyone, let this be a lesson. The way he's talking on Zoom right now, that's how I need everybody in the audience to speak. All right. Are you Mr. Lot? If you're Mr.
Yes.
Lot, just raise your thumb. Thank you.
Judge,
All right, so where are we?
We filed a motion and he was arrested back in January. The case is yet to be indicted.
Mhm.
He's just asking for a 4-hour window to go to his brother-in-law's house for Thanksgiving dinner.
You have any objection to that?
The state's in agreement. We just ask if there are any minor children in the home that he just not be left unsupervised with them, Your Honor. Otherwise, the state's in agreement.
All right. All right, then you all agreed for him on November 27th to travel to an address and to be there from 6 PM to 10 PM
Yes, Your Honor.
and no unsupervised contact with minors?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, is there anything else?
No, man.
All right, then you're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, Mr. Lott, you're excused.
Thank you.
And Norma, I'll give that to you all now so you can put it in the system. All right, Ms. Giovinco. On this case, I can sign it, but your problem is that it's sealed. So you're gonna need to talk to the sheriff's office.
Okay.
And see if that's a date that works for them. If it's a date that doesn't work for them, let the court know.
Okay.
Is it that she'll want to give him full?
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
It's my understanding she's done this at the Bear County Jail before. So.
All right, they're saying it's not gonna happen. So if she wants to give him tools and they don't allow it, I have no control over whether or not they allow him to have tools.
Understood.
Deputy Laura may have a number to call.
Okay.
And then if there's not an issue, I'll see what I can do to help that happen. I'll call the sheriffs.
Okay.
But just let me know if there's an issue.
Copy of the full thing.
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
Moses Martinez?
Before you call.
Martinez Moses?
Yes.
There he is.
You ready on Joseph Smith?
Yeah, I am.
All right, if you'll pull that. And I'm bringing him into the room. Just give me 1 second, counsel. All right, counsel, on this, where are we?
Probably, we just need a jury setting on it.
All right, state on Joseph Smith the fourth, did you all tender an offer?
He wants a trial judge, he doesn't want to.
All right, but I require an offer be tendered.
All right.
You'd be shocked. All right,
All right.
all right, so what I'm gonna do is, yes,
Interrupt you, but there is an offer made by Edelman. So it's.
Okay, there is an offer.
all right, so what I will do is I'm gonna set this for a plea deadline date, counsel,
Uh-huh,
and your client can appear by Zoom.
all right.
The week of the 9th, December 9th, 10th, or 12th.
What days are they?
The 9th is Monday, 10th is Tuesday, the 12th is Thursday.
How about Monday the 9th?
All right. So your client can appear by Zoom. All right, Mr. Smith, your attorney is gonna let you know what the state is offering. And on December 9th, you need to let the court know if you've reached an agreement. If you have not reached an agreement, your next setting will be a jury trial. Do you understand?
All
You're
right.
muted.
I think I'm mute. I'll talk to him.
All right.
I'll figure it out.
All right, Mr. Smith.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me
Your
now?
attorney will speak with you. I'm sorry, we can't hear on your end, but your attorney will speak
Okay.
with you.
Hey, Judge,
Yes, ma'am.
I've got a motion modify bond because of medical conditions and stuff like that. The state has agreed to at least tracking only. I'd like it.
So what was your request, counsel?
To remove the GPS or at the minimum tracking only, and the state has at least agreed to tracking.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, then the court will allow tracking.
All right,
Thank you, Judge.
I'll bring an order to that. It was our finding.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, your attorney will speak with you, Mr. Smith. He'll give
Yes,
you a
ma'am.
call.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mario Inosa. Good morning.
I think it's stepped up to the bathroom.
Mario Inosa, come forward. All right. Today is your plea deadline date. Is there an agreement?
Judge, for good talk, we've been at it for a week. Doctor has me on some restrictions and I haven't been able to look at the video to make our final determination.
All right, I can bring you back on December 2nd, 3rd, or 5th.
We have December 5th.
All right, Norma, if you recall this for December 5th, final plea deadline date.
Thank you.
All right, thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Ruben Philip Zamora. Your client still is not here?
And no, Your Honor, and I have gone over.
All right, the court is going to go on the record. Court is calling 2024 CR 010917, State of Texas versus Ruben Philip Zamora. Can I have parties announced for the state?
CTD or family violence.
CTD.
It was just.
All right,
Until Garahan is available, I'll step in, Your Honor.
all right, if you make announcement
Andrew Harris Edelman.
for the defense.
Reporter.
All right, this was scheduled for a hearing on November 19th. The defendant was a no-show. The court recalled it for today. It is currently 10:21 a.m. The defendant did not answer the docket. Deputy, did you make an announcement?
This runner I did get on call.
All right, defense, have you had contact with your client? State?
State's requesting either a bond or a judge's warrant.
All right, the court will issue a judge's warrant. And for the record, this is also a violation report from pretrial services. They stated that the defendant has missed his appointments and they are unable to contact him. So the court will issue a judge's warrant and remand your client without bond. If your client makes an appearance, the court will reconsider. Sandra Gayton, Sandra Letitia Gayton.
Present, Your Honor.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. What page is she on? All right, thank you. All right, so where are we on this case?
We gave an offer today, Judge.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe you're on the next setting. We'll take care of that offer.
All right, so I can recall this for December 9th, 10th, or 12th.
What day of the week is the ninth?
The 9th is Monday.
About the next day.
All right. So we'll come back on December 10th, and that will be your plea deadline date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Blue is your color. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. My mom always says, if you see someone and that's their color, you'll know. You know, some people say they're autumn colors or spring colors, but yeah, that's your color.
Thank you.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you.
Damian Marmella. Damian Isaiah Marmella.
Council's present, Your Honor.
All right, where's your client?
I have no idea. I hear.
Okay. Deputy Lord, could you make an announcement for Damian Isaiah Marmella?
I did.
All right, and so does he have a warrant on this motion to revoke? Let me see. All right, let me see if there's a warrant on this case. So that's the one he has a warrant? Okay. Well, your client already has a warrant on this case. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Catherine Aguilar. Hi, Counsel, how you doing today?
Oh, you full of vinegar.
Okay. All right, so where are we on discovery?
We're fine on discovery, Your Honor.
Requesting a jury trial? All right, how long do y'all expect this trial to last?
Just a couple days, Judge.
All right,
Most.
criminal trial division, jury trial, 2 days. And guys, there's an attorney, Joseph Verdervelt, who's on Zoom.
He's out of Houston, Judge. I believe he has a client today.
All right.
I gave him an offer.
All right, your jury trial is going to be January 21st.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, and y'all can make sure that there is an acknowledgement of discovery that's completed. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And then we'll take his client's case up. All right, Attorney Verdervelt, who's your client?
Joshua Johnson, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, there's something wrong with the audio, so we're gonna have to chat.
Okay.
No. Come around. Yes. You want me to bring it up some more? Okay, let's see what we get. All right, are you Verdervelt?
Yes, Joseph Bradeville, Your Honor.
Okay. Just one moment. I'm sorry, Joseph, who's your client?
Joshua Johnson.
All right.
He should be on the other
Call
Zoom.
on Joshua Johnson. All right, thank you. All right, so today is the plea deadline date. Are you all asking for a jury trial?
No, Your Honor, I think we're going to take a plea. I just need more time. The prosecutor that was on the case is no longer in the division. The new prosecutor got with me yesterday and relayed the plea offer. I'm still talking to my client. He needs to speak with his work. So I'm asking if we could please move this over to the week of December.
On Joshua
December 9th.
Johnson. They say that they're going to enter into a plea bargaining agreement, but not today.
Okay.
So, defense, I can give you a date of December 2nd, 3rd, or 5th.
Is there any chance I could, well, I can do the 5th. Is there any chance to go into that following week? Just because I'm in Dallas on a case starting on the 3rd, and I just want to make sure that I should be done, but I don't want to make promises.
I'll put you down for December 12th.
That works.
All right, is there anything else?
Nope, that's it. You have a great day.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
No, he can appear by Zoom. All right, excuse me, Joshua. Can you do me a favor? Can you put your email address in the chat box for me? And so you can appear by Zoom, but I need your email address so that the court coordinator can email you the documents to sign.
I'm sending it right now.
Thank you. All right. Let me write it down. All right, I have it. Thank you. You may be excused. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you.
Alex Arizola. Thank you. All right. So where are we on the motion to revoke?
Your Honor, I believe we've reached an agreement.
All right, so y'all ready to proceed on the motion to revoke?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did y'all confer with the probation?
Confer with everybody.
All right. Court is calling 2022 CR 5923 State versus Alex Arizola. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris Edelman.
Defense?
Good morning, Judge. Hernandez for Alex Arizona.
And are you Alex Arizola?
Yes.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Alex A. Arizola who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 5923 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 to 4 grams on December 5th, 2022 for a term of 5 years? Is that you?
Correct, Judge.
Is that you?
Correct.
That's either yes or no. Yes. All right, state.
Honor.
That's okay. It happens sometimes.
My turn, Mr. Arizola. On or about the second day of April 2024 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Alex A. Arizola did then and there illegally use a controlled substance, namely methamphetamine, in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
State waives the remaining violation allegations, Your Honor.
Any objection?
None, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2? Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. Deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include the following: 90 sober support meetings in 90 days, IVR hotline, giving 24 hours for submission, IOP, drug court evaluation, hold lifetime in abeyance if tests are positive, again. Hold lifetime in abeyance if tests are positive again, then go into lifetime.
All right. Probation?
That is what we discussed.
Okay. All right, if your drug test, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Alex A. Arizola,
All right. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
negative,
When's the last time you used?
2 months.
All right, why have you not been calling into the hotline that was already in place?
Been calling into the hotline. I've been calling in, I've been doing my drug tests, these past drug tests.
He has.
All right, and have those drug tests been negative?
The last report that I have was from 11/11. There was a no-show. However, from October the 4th to present, they've all been negative.
All right, why didn't you show on 11/11?
Veterans said there was a mandatory work day at my job. I work for the city of San Antonio Solid Waste Department, and we do have veterans that work there. What happened is that we took cover for them so they could be off and be with their families. And I did work an extra, and I did comply with my PO and let her know that the following day when I went to report and told her. But I don't know what happened, but we did cover for our veterans, we take it real serious where we work at.
All right.
And
All
that's
right.
the only reason why I missed.
Your attorney's like, stop while you're ahead.
We're good.
But no, I appreciate that you're giving me information.
Yes, ma'am.
I always love to have more information and less information because it gives me a chance to hear where you are on your road to recovery and on what I should be doing. Because you have a contract with the court. It's not with your attorney. It's not with the state. It's not with probation. And so listening to you lets me know where you are in your recovery. All right, the court will deny the motion. Alternate amend conditions to include the following conditions. I'm going to do 120 sober meetings in 120 days. IOP. We'll do a referral to felony drug court. I don't think they're going to accept him though because of the tattoos that I'm seeing and the meaning. The IVR hotline. And you all want him to report once if his number comes up within 24 hours? All right, the IVR hotline with reporting within 24 hours. All right, and the holding of the lifetime recovery in abeyance, I'm not going to do that. If there's a positive UA, what's going to end up happening, I'm going to receive a report that there's a positive UA, and you're going to have to come in. Either you're going to be brought in on a motion to revoke, or either it's going to be brought in on the compliance. Is there anything else?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing else.
Anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Just want to keep doing good with what I'm doing with my life. Everything, the turnaround that I've been doing is real. It's been real for me. It's been helping me and my family out. And also it's just been a big turnaround for me because I'm able to express myself now. I found myself again. I was lost. I admit that.
Well, I'm glad you're doing better.
Thank
All right. You need to stay on the track. Don't backslide, because if you miss one appointment, then you get used to missing appointments. Then you say, well, I'll just do 2 the next time. It's the same thing with NA meetings. Oh, I missed that one. I'll just double up. And then the next thing you know, life has caught up to you and you've fallen off track. You understand? In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. Stay in touch with your probation officer. If there's an issue and you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can come back to the court. You understand?
That's real helpful right there. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'll ask that the warrant be recalled. See, isn't it better than setting a bond?
To the wisdom in the.
All right, thank you. Deputy, the warrant will be recalled on him. All right, good luck to you.
That's good.
Thank you. All right, who's here on Betty Jean Gonzalez? Now, where's your client? Come down. Court is calling 2022 CR 9686B, State of Texas versus Betty Jean Gonzalez. Can I have parties announced for the record? State,
Andrew Harris, Edelman.
defense,
Thomas Wilson for the defense.
and are you Betty Jean Gonzalez?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Betty Jean Gonzalez who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 9686B for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4,200 grams on February 2nd, 2023 for a term of 10 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
On or about the 11th day of October 2024 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Betty Jean Gonzalez did fail to turn herself into the Bexar County Jail by 5 p.m. in violation of condition number 48.
To violation of condition number 48, how do you plea? True or not true? True. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 48, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 48?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 48 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
I believe so, Your Honor. Deny the motion, alter and amend to include static with aftercare, sober support meetings, private counseling, and SA Hope Center referral.
All right, probation. All right, what has she done since she's been on probation? Any objection to the court reviewing the court summary?
Judge.
Let me see if I actually have them.
Several failure to submit. The most recent drug test submitted was July 15th, and that was positive for everybody.
All right, you want to raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
$51.
All right, do you understand you're actually on deferred adjudication for a term of 10 years? Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
So the fact that you're on probation for a term of 10 years, it tells me that this case was on a razor's edge on whether you should go to prison or whether you should be on probation. Do you understand? I'm going to give you a choice today. I think you need help. I think you have drug issues. I think if you don't maintain your sobriety, one or two things going to happen. Either you're going to end up spending a lot of time in prison, or either somebody's going to have to identify a body that's on the side of the road. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So here are your choices. I can follow the agreement that's been reached by both parties, or either I can sentence you to 4 years in the prison. You know yourself better than I do, better than your attorney does, better than the state does, or probation does. But if you wish to be continued on probation, I'm sending you to safety. And once you're released from safety, you can be referred to felony drug court. As of now, felony drug court does not have any room. So which do you prefer? So which do you prefer? All right. And I think that's something you need. And this is not your first motion to revoke. And you have children. That's why I ordered parenting classes. So I'll deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include safety. And she's to remain in custody until transfer. And we can do a referral to felony drug court, so she'll be on their radar. So when she's released. Okay, all right, thank you. Then it'll be safety, followed by aftercare. And then once she's released, I'm gonna want 120 sober meetings in 120 days. Counsel, is there anything else?
Sorry, Your Honor.
Is there anything you need from the court to be successful? Anything else? All right, good luck to you. Jacob Rodriguez.
Present, Your Honor.
And after Jacob Rodriguez, it'll be Robert Castillo, Jared Sanchez, and Imani Robinson. I'm just waiting for his attorney to ask to approach. The party on McGarity, when you're ready to approach, let the court know. All right, thank you. All right. Then after this case, I will call McGarity.
Yes.
All right, so Jacob Rodriguez. Yes. All right, so the motion is withdrawn. On the MTR. Any objection to the withdrawal of the motion?
No, ma'am, Your Honor.
All right, then now we're here on the two PF cases. You can either come back when these cases are indicted, if you want to do that, or either I can set it for discovery.
I prefer to come back when they're indicted, if that's okay with the court.
All right, so Norma, on the PF cases, once they're indicted, he can have a setting. Is there anything else?
Nothing for the state, Your Honor.
All right, thank you for dressing appropriately for court. You're excused. Make sure you check in with probation because they may have a new appointment schedule for you. All right, thank you.
Have excuse, Judge?
Yes.
Thank you.
Good seeing you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving to you too. All right, McGarity. All right, were you able to speak with the bondsman?
I was, Judge. I talked to someone from Aladdin Bail Bonds and they said they have had communication with my client the whole time and they are perfectly fine staying on his bond. I did also talk to the state and they said they have no objection.
No objection to the court recalling the warrant?
That's correct, Judge.
All right, then the court in this case will recall the warrant, reinstate the bond based upon your information to the court that the bondsman has no objection. Where are we on discovery?
Judge, I am going through everything. So I did find there are some medical records that were a notice of additional discovery. I have let the state know I need copies of that. I don't know if I'm missing anything else at this point. If I could have one more discovery session.
All right. I can reset this for the 16th, the 17th, or the 19th.
Any of those is fine with me, Judge.
All right, Norma, if you'll put this on the schedule for December 16th. And if you'll make sure that he receives a reset form, do not be late. You understand? Discovery? Yes. All right, thank you. Robert Castillo.
Very good.
Hello.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. So do we have all the discovery and everything?
As far as I can tell, we do.
Okay. Was an offer tendered?
Yes, there was.
And when was the offer tendered?
Probably initially a while ago, but I confirmed it with Antonio. We confirmed this morning. It's the same offer. And it's not something that we think we can accept.
All right, so how long do y'all expect this trial to last?
3 4 days?
Probably 3 or 4 days.
3 or 4 days.
All right, Norma, I need a 3 to 4 day for a jury trial. It's criminal trial division.
And Judge, just so you know a little bit about my schedule, I've got the surgery coming up. It's gonna put me out till about mid-January.
Okay.
We've got another trial in 2/27. It's already scheduled. We've got call docket on January 30th. That's probably gonna go.
Oh, we're
quicker.
looking at March.
Okay. Say no more. Thank you,
But
Judge.
guys, when is spring break in March for people? Isn't that spring break for people who have young ones?
Second week, March, Judge.
Thank you. See, somebody called out and said second week of March. All right, your jury trial date and your plea deadline date will be March 4th. All right, if you all will make sure that I receive a discovery acknowledgement, please. State, I'll need a discovery acknowledgement on this case.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you for dressing appropriate for court. Once you sign the reset form, you are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Good
Judge.
seeing you. Jared Sanchez. Good morning. It's always good seeing you. All right, so where are we on discovery?
Judge, I haven't downloaded it yet. This is our first appearance.
Okay.
I just gave notice of retained counsel about 2 weeks ago. I did receive an offer from the state. We're looking at that offer, but again, I need to review the discovery.
Okay. All right. All right, I can give you a final discovery setting date. The 16th of December, 17th, or the 19th. So that's Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday.
Yes. Judge, can we do earlier? I have a vacation
Sure.
letter.
I can do it the 9th, the 10th, or the 12th.
12th, Your Honor.
All right, Norma, if you'll put this for December 12th for discovery. It is Jared Sanchez. Thank you. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, thank you. You too. Isaac Joel Valles. Yes.
Thank you.
All right. And has the state tendered an offer?
They have not, Your Honor. We're still waiting for discovery.
What discovery?
We are missing, there's some lab tests involved in this case that they are waiting to get, they've requested.
All right. Who's the prosecutor on this? All right. So what discovery is outstanding?
The substance collected from the interior of Mr. Valla's car was submitted by Bexar County Sheriff's Office to the Bexar County Crime Lab, which then informed Bexar County Sheriff's Office that it needs to be sent to Texas DPS, which it was, as far as I am aware, and we are awaiting a drug ID report from that lab.
And that's the alleged tampering with that item?
Correct, Your Honor. Additionally, defense counsel requests the actual digital images recorded by the investigator rather than a PDF copy of those images. So I will need to specify that to the investigator so that they can be produced.
All right, Norma, this is going to be recalled for discovery December 19th to see where we are.
Can I make a request, Your Honor?
Yes.
We're actually set on December 4th in the misdemeanor court, if it's the court. Can we be set that day? If you want something.
But I don't know if they're going to have it by then.
That's fair, Your Honor.
I'm fairly certain we will not have a drug ID report by then, but we can have the digital images by then. And if Mr. Valles is already going to be in the courthouse, in the interest of efficiency, we might as well have him come to court. We might as well have him come to 2 courts on one day.
All right, but here's my question. The drug issue, the identification of that, when do y'all anticipate having that? Because his stopping up here just for one thing.
In my experience, those take a lot of time. I don't know if the 19th or the 4th.
So let me ask you this. The case that he's coming back on the 4th, which court is this out of?
It is out of the, that is the misdemeanor court. I don't have it on my list. Your Honor.
So why don't we go to misdemeanor court and ask them if they can, since he's already here today, and ask them if they can move it to the 19th.
I can do that, Your Honor.
All right, December 19th.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thanks.
And with the excuse me, please. sign that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good
Judge.
seeing you.
Good seeing you. Judge.
All right, Imani Robinson. Who's the attorney? All right, then, we'll call you up once he comes back. No. All right, I'll see if it's somewhere lost up here. Is that what you all have been waiting on?
It was, yeah, grand jury recommended a bond.
Oh, no, I already signed that.
Oh, you did?
And turned
Oh.
it in, yeah.
Oh, okay. I know you got to super busy. I appreciate it. Thank you. Take care.
No, I did not. I was gonna have them come back with their file. Just pull it and I'll give them a date. Who's your client?
One customer, when you wanted to do is talk with face.
I like it. Y'all, give me the call on that. I don't have that up here. I think I gave it back to y'all so that it could be put on the. You know what? It was stuck between pages. All right, Castaneda. If you can come forward, and where's your client? All right, Mr. Castaneda, if you'll come forward. And counsel, I know you were recently reported, appointed. When do you want this recalled? Yeah, an hour ago. So you want to recall this afternoon?
I'll be ready. Actually, I just, I read this your file. I need to watch video and stuff like that, so, within 30.
I'm sorry. I mean, just.
Within 30 days.
All right, you want to put it for December 19th? All right. All right, we're going to bring you back on December 19th to give your attorney a chance to look over things. All right, is there anything else?
No, yeah.
All right, then your client is excused. December 19th. Yes.
Judge, I think you called
morning.
us. Step out for a second.
All right, you have,
Emily Robinson.
all right, if you have her come forward,
Sure. Sorry about that.
no problem.
It's the briefing.
How's it going?
It's going well.
All right. So I'm gonna let you know something. If you're late again, a warrant's gonna be issued. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so where are we on discovery?
I've obtained discovery. I've obtained an offer from the state. I've conveyed it to my client. We are considering it. It is the first setting.
All right, so I'm gonna give her her plea deadline date. And December. What date in December would you like?
So she is 9 months pregnant. And she is due December 17th.
All right, I can put it on December 2nd, December 3rd, December 4th, December 5th.
December 5th.
All right. Norma, this is coming back on December 5th for a plea deadline date. All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Tomas Lozano. Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
All right, so on this case, it was about wearing GPS on the base, am I correct?
Yes,
All right, so where are we?
Judge, we have verified as much as we can that it is permitted and he's notified everybody. And I think that we've come to a schedule if the court would consider differing the state.
So we have no objections, Judge, which I'm going to work, of course, to the base. We also don't have any objections to him going to take his classes. He has some counseling sessions and family violence classes that he has to attend to on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
All right, if you all will prepare an order, then I
So
will sign it.
that's fine.
All right, once you all prepare the order, then come back and approach and I'll take it up.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Who's here on Raul Juarez Jr.? All right. Okay. Yes. Hmm? Yes, I will. You know what? Ask them if they're able to, are they able to do it? Yes, and if it's more difficult for them, then I'll do it.
Not this.
What page is Castaneda on?
He's not on the docket, Judge. I didn't see him.
Juan Alejandro Castaneda? You didn't see him anywhere?
Any one of the three that he announced on, I didn't see him.
All right, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Buy it in the box.
Norma, Robert Castaneda, was that set for March 4th? I'm sorry, Robert Castillo. I think it was March 4th, correct?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. All right, does anyone see Robert Castillo on the docket? All right, thank you. David Allen Hernandez. Court is calling 2024 CR 009659, State versus David Allen Hernandez. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
defense?
Modification product.
And are you Mr. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Probation, this is an application. Did you review the application for deferred adjudication or community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, we're not, Your Honor. We're waiving the repeater enhancement and proceeding just on the possession 1 to 4.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Waivers with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 1 to 4 grams? That's a 3rd-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent? Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Is there an application for deferred or just regular?
Just straight to probation.
All right. Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, we have.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him? Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense? Mr. Hernandez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 10 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine, and the state recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
Not ruled upon, no, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 10 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 200 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State any evidence.
Yes, Your Honor. State Exhibit number 1 with all of its attachments.
Any objection?
No, no, Judge.
State, you may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
No.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, he's entered some programs. He's been making good use of himself while he's been in jail. Finished a domestic violence program. The MAP social workers have hooked him up with lifetime treatment because he's never had any rehabilitation before those drug issues. So he's going to get together with them upon his release.
All right, do you have any children?
Yes, sir.
What are their ages?
I got a 22-year-old. I got 2 13-year-olds and a 15-year-old.
All right, any grandchildren?
Not yet.
All right. Do you see your children?
Yes.
All right, do they live with you?
No, they live with their mom, but we don't have no like.
Custody, former custody
Yeah,
arrangement?
As a father, I take care of my responsibilities with them. I've always done that.
All right, when's the last time you were employed?
It's been some years. I ain't gonna lie, I was on the wrong road for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
How often have you been using?
I'm 40 since I was about 13. You know what I'm saying? I asked for help the last time I got in trouble. They wouldn't hear me.
All right, any gang affiliation?
I used to, not no more. I sit back a long time ago. I was part of West Texas.
Okay. And the reason why I asked that, because if there's a different type of supervision for you. And I'm gonna have them do evaluation, a gang evaluation.
Yeah.
And then if they say that you're still active, then you're gonna be on their supervision.
Okay.
All right. All right, this is what the court is gonna do. $2,000 fine, that will be probated, 10 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 10 years. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. Proof of employment within 45 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. The following evaluations will take place in custody. TAP evaluation. Follow recommendations. Gang evaluation. Have there ever been any mental health issues with you? You've ever been diagnosed with anything?
As a kid, ADHD.
Okay. How long does a MIC evaluation take? All right, we'll do the MIC evaluation in custody. And the reason why I'm having these done in custody, the total of all these evaluations are about 2 weeks. It's just that I want to make sure that you have the right conditions to help you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So that will be in custody. There's going to be 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once you complete parenting classes, 100 of those hours will be deemed satisfied. How far did you go in school?
I'm great.
All right. What's your dream job?
Barber.
Barber? Okay. And then the remaining of the 100 hours will be deemed satisfied if you obtain your GED or if you get your barber's license or some other license in a trade school. You understand? So you can do those community service hours and work for free, or you can do them in the form of bettering yourself, which I believe is a help to the community. All right, we're going to do field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
I'm gonna ask, I can do like a recommendation for a lifetime. I want for myself to do that.
All right, what I can do is I can still have the TAP evaluation in custody, but I can order placement at lifetime. It would be, all right, so probation. If the TAP evaluation recommends inpatient treatment, then if we could do inpatient treatment at lifetime recovery, if they recommend outpatient treatment, he still would like to start at inpatient treatment with lifetime. He wants inpatient treatment with lifetime recovery. All right.
So
All right.
I'll get that.
Yes. But they're still going to do the TAP evaluation
yes,
because I
yes.
need to know where the baseline is. So lifetime recovery. And then we'll do 120 sober meetings in 120 days. All right, anything else you need?
I'm in the in county, I'm in the REM class, recovery and motion. So it's like going to MA classes.
Oh, well, here's the thing. You'll need to let probation know what programs you've done. I really don't have people duplicate the programs they completed
Okay,
if they're equivalent of what I'm requesting.
okay.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. All right, good luck to you.
Thanks.
Maybe it's you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Shannon Anderson. Hey, Martin, it's always good seeing you. It seems like I haven't seen you in ages.
I know, I know what it is, of course, I'm always there, others.
All right, so today is plea deadline date.
Your Honor, respectfully, I ask if we can push that date a little bit back. We were last here on November 12th.
Mhm.
If you recall, on our previous discovery hearings, there was an issue of 48 surveillance videos.
Mhm.
When we were given our plea deadline, I was actually expecting we had 30 days, but it was shorter than that. There's one particular video we're looking for.
All right, how much time are you asking for?
Additional 2 weeks, Your Honor.
All right. So I can set this for the week of December 16th, or I can set this for the week of January 6th.
The 6th, Your Honor.
All right, that will be your final plea deadline date.
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, on Shannon Anderson, plea deadline date, January 6th. Thank you for just an appropriate report.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Roberto Andrade. Hello. Hello, Judge. All right, so where are we today?
Inside the courtroom.
Yes, we're inside the courtroom, but where are we on this case?
Mr. Andrade has 3 at-large. He had 3 at-large cases. Now he only has 2, because one of the ADAs assigned one of those cases, rejected it. On the remaining 2, I asked the ADA responsible for that case to review it. I don't know if she has done so or not. On the other, the ADA who was responsible was on vacation, so I was not able to ask him. And when he returned, I was then on vacation. So I would like additional time to pressure those ADAs to review those cases and either indict them. or
How are you
reject
going to
them.
pressure them?
I'm going to tell them that you are very intimidating.
Okay. Now, if that doesn't work with him telling them that, I'm gonna feel some sort of way in my heart. I don't know. All right, so I can
It does work, how do you feel?
Okay, so I'm gonna recall this back. Yeah, how would I feel? It's like,
One way or the other.
I'm gonna feel like I'm from the West instead of the North. Although I will tell you, they should have called the Witch of the North, the Wicked Witch. I always thought that she was not a good person when I would watch Wizard of Oz, because she had Dorothy do her dirty work. All right. And then not even letting that witch's death go through probate. She's just taking items, but that's another story. All right. Would you like to come back the week of December 16th?
Sure.
All right, 16th, 17th, or 19th? Are you employed?
It's not.
All right, what's your work schedule?
7:30 to 5:30.
All right, he can appear by Zoom if you get a lunch break and you want to appear by Zoom.
Okay.
And when I say lunch break, of course, it has to be before 12. So if you could just step away.
I can coordinate that, Judge. Let's do the 19th.
All right, Norma, this is being recalled for December 19th and the defendant can appear by Zoom. All right, thank you. Yes. Nicholas Cameron.
Good morning. Judge.
Good morning. All right,
Give
how did
the
everything go okay?
Status.
Okay. All right,
Judge, yeah, we're waiting on such.
okay.
Thank you for asking.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Judge,
In my prayers.
we had a plea worked out, Judge, but Mr. Cameron has changed his mind and he wants to try.
All right.
I just asked the court, I was kind of caught off guard if you give me a little time to file my pretrial.
Oh, no problem. How long do y'all expect this trial to last?
I
One
don't
day?
remember what the trial is about, and I
That
don't
was
have
possession less than a gram.
2 days.
Yeah, 2 days max.
But if we were to do it all day, probably just that day. If we were to pick a jury in the morning and testimony in the afternoon. Okay. All right, Norm, I need a jury trial setting, criminal trial division, 2 days. And counsel, I know you have the medical issues with you, so if you want to confer with Ms. Ferguson on a date, you can. State if you'll confer with defense counsel on a date. And sir, what will end up happening, the date that's selected, you'll be brought over dressed for trial in whatever clothing you have at the jail. If you wish to be attired in something different, you'll have to do a clothing exchange with your attorney. Do you understand? All right, thank you. So if you all confer with her on a date and let me know what the date is.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Andres Tamayo. Where's your attorney? Here. Hi, come down, please.
Stand behind the back line.
All right, where are we on discovery? Have you received all discovery?
We're working on downloading all of it still, so we need a little bit more time to get everything back.
All right, and state, were you able to tender an offer today?
I believe so, Your Honor.
All right, you can come back for a plea deadline date on December 16th, 17th, or 19th. Or sooner, if you want to come back sooner. Yes. All right, Norma, this is coming back on December 19th. It's Tamayo for a plea deadline date. All right, do you have any questions?
No.
All right.
Thanksgiving and that's it.
All right, we'll bring you back on the 19th.
All right, man.
Thank you. So how was the conference?
It was,
Long?
well, yes, it was long, but it was very educational.
Oh, that is good. I'm telling you, it never would fail. I would be at a conference about to fall asleep. And then when they give you a break, you're wide awake, and then you come back and you're about to fall asleep.
You know, it was really, really interesting.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, awesome. All right, have a good one. You too. The 19th. No, it's plea deadline date. And then do we have a date on camera?
January 21st.
All right, we'll see you back on January 21st.
Thank you. Have a good Thanksgiving.
All right, you too. Tomas Lozano. Tomas Lozano. Paul Smith. Johnny Della Rosa.
Present, Judge.
All righty. Oh, it was?
Discovery now.
But the attorney never got a new date from me. So can you see where Renee Munoz is? Oh, he's coming back? Okay. Okay, awesome. No, that is Paul Smith. All right, thank you. All right, so on your case, counsel, I have the discovery acknowledgement.
Yes, the state got a phone up, we were waiting for it.
Okay,
So if we can get a plea bargain deadline date.
okay. And you received an offer?
That's it, Judge. I was waiting to get the discovery. If I can get a date so I can look at that and then we can talk about it.
All right, I can bring you back on the 16th, the 17th, or the 19th of December.
19th, please.
All right, Norma, recall this for the 19th. All right, do you have any questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
You happy Thanksgiving to you too.
Judge, I have another person on the docket, Raymond McKinney, who's right above that one. And Tony is trying to locate the files.
Okay.
And I have to be in Kendall County.
Oh.
Can we call him for, are you having court tomorrow? Or Monday?
Yeah, we can, Norma, could I see the file on McKinney? And let me see what page he is on.
Page 5. I just subbed on, it's difficult.
All right, which page is he on?
5, Judge.
Page 5, Judge,
Thank
right
you.
in the middle. This is the one who was concerned about representation and registration.
Oh, I remember. Norma, If you'll recall McKinney for the 19th as well.
All right, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Yes. Raul Juarez. All right, who's the prosecutor on Raul Juarez? Thank you. All right, the court is calling counsel, if y'all can move down to the other end. Court is calling 2024 CR 008249, State of Texas versus Raul Juarez. Can I have parties announced for the record? State.
Alexandria Bogus for the state.
Christian Vega for the defense.
And are you Mr. Juarez?
Yes, I am, Judge.
All right, you entered a plea on October 8, 2024. You entered a plea of guilty. The court found there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court found you guilty and ordered a PSI and a TAP evaluation. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI and TAP evaluation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI or the TAP evaluation?
Judge, I would like, I'm asking for a reset at this time. There's a pretty lengthy narrative, both from Mr. Juarez as well as from the victim in this case. And I had some time to review it, but I would like a little bit more time to prepare a memo for the court. He's been in custody. I'm not sure if there's a setting next week or if it would have to be after the holiday. But I would respectfully ask for a little bit of time to digest the information, the new statements. And
All right, so what I will tell both parties, one, I realize that that's a PSI report, but if there's a witness that the defense wants to confront because it's something that's different than what was in the police report, then that witness will need to be here unless both parties are waiving the right to confrontation. And it will be the same with your memorandum. If it's something that someone stated, unless the state waives their right to confront a witness, the court is not legally allowed to hear it. So just so everyone knows. All right, so Norma, can you recall this? Are you going to expect witnesses, counsel?
It's possible.
How many do you expect?
Just two.
All right, Norma, can you recall this for December 2nd for sentencing? All right, anything else? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're
Happy
welcome.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving to you too.
Jeremiah.
What page is Raul on? Juarez.
15, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Sure, hello. Sure.
I spoke to Ms. Brown. I spoke with Ms. Brown.
Yes. Sure. Mhm.
Satisfy all the elements. I just don't know if we would like to listen to that.
Oh, I can listen to it wherever you all would like for me to listen to it, but it sounds as though this is gonna have to be recalled for the afternoon for me to listen to it. Yes. Oh, yes. And that way I can actually listen to it over the break.
Oh.
Yes. So I'll be ready to go. I won't wait to listen to it at 1:30. All right, sure. You're welcome.
May I be excused until 1:30?
Yes.
Thank you. If she wants to approach, or I'm not sure if you.
Oh, just give me 1 second.
give it back. Okay.
What page is McKinney on? Does anybody see McKinney? All right, thank you. All right, counsel, who's your client?
Tom was on.
All right.
Okay.
You're excused.
You want, can I take just a picture of it?
Sure.
So I can have it?
And then I need to put it in the system.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Are we excused?
Yes.
Okay.
Just 1 second. What page is Cameron on? All right, thank you. Clinton Dixon.
That's right. Update.
Yes. All right, and what is the update?
I did receive an email back from the handling and intake attorney. The robbery cases is with the paralegals. He's asked for it to be sent to him so he can evaluate it for a charging
All right,
decision.
so-
So no decision, I guess, no decision at this point, but at least the ball is rolling that way.
All right, so what time, when do y'all want this called back? Steve, how much time do you need?
Yeah, I mean, I imagine if he gets the case today or some point, I mean, we should have it in the next couple of weeks, or should have a decision to be.
All right, do y'all want to bring it back the week of December 16th? Is that good for you, council?
That everyone is packing that last week,
We can do it the week before.
now even that week before, it's just packed. We'll do the 16th, Judge, we'll come in on the 16th.
All right. Norma, if you can recall this for December 16th, please.
Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome.
Maybe excuse me.
Yes.
I don't even know what's going on.
Oh, okay, so let me tell you what's going on. So your attorney, he cannot go forward on this case. I know you said that you wanted to enter a plea on this case, but the problem is you have outstanding cases. Your cases are in intake. What that means is that there's a prosecutor who's reviewing your case to see whether your case should be sent to indictment, to see whether or not they have all of the discovery, so that your attorney can have that and give you the information you need to make an informed decision. For example, on this case, it's an unauthorized use of a vehicle. If your attorney were to give you advice and you were to enter into a plea on this case, you still have those cases pending, so you will not be released. The state is trying to move as quickly as possible. Your attorney is trying to move as quickly as possible. And I know your attorney is moving towards trying to have you released. So we're coming back on December 16th. On December 16th, he will have the information he needs so that he can give you advice that is good advice. You understand?
So what I'm gonna have with the case of the lesson on the ground, but they still haven't got no test results.
All right, so here's the thing, you have more than just that one case pending. So that's the problem. Now, what I can tell you, usually on possession less than a gram cases where there are lab reports that are not in, then something else will happen with that case. You understand? All right, thank you so much.
Maybe excuse me.
Yes.
Thank you.
Do you need to take a break? Okay, you can take a break. All right, what page is Mr. Dixon on? Thank you.
I'm back, Judge.
All right, thank you. Just 1 second. What page is Andrade on? Roberto Andrade. All right, thank you. Tabantha Thomas,
Present.
and after Thomas, it would be Day, then EU, Mejia, De La Rosa, Smith. All right.
This is just. Yeah.
All right, where are we on this case?
Judge, last time we were here, I believe was October 28th. They provided us with a scan disc.
Mhm.
And we're still trying to go through all of that material on that. So we're needing some additional time with the discovery aspect.
So you actually have all discovery?
What I've been able to review, Your Honor, I believe we do, but I'm still in that process of trying to make that determination.
All right, Norma, recall this for January 6th. State, were you able to tender an offer in this case or no?
We have not received an offer yet.
All right,
Judge.
state on January 6th, an offer will be due.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank
All right,
you
is
very
there
much.
anything else?
That's all on that matter.
All right, thank you for addressing appropriately for court. It's Tabantha Thomas.
Thank you, Judge, and you have a happy Thanksgiving.
All right, you too. All right, and what page is? Thank you.
Okay.
Moses Martinez. Moses Martinez.
He's coming back at 2:30.
All right. Jeremiah Day. All right. So if you put those are coming back at 1:30. Michael EU. All right, your attorney's not here, sir. Just have a seat. Jose Mejia.
That's us, Judge.
Oh,
After this, or now if you want.
okay, I'll do it after this.
I sent you a message
Okay,
on a non-related matter. The two pictures that for you to look at.
okay. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. All right, Jose Mejia, we are here for discovery.
The judge, I spoke with the defense counsel, this case is a 2002 case. We do have a VHS tape and a cassette tape.
Is it beta?
No, it's VHS. I'm aware, I'm old enough to know which one's which.
Okay.
But I have gotten that just recently, yesterday, actually, transferred to a disc. And also the cassette transferred to a disc. Process of making copies of that, and I don't know if they have receipt of all the reports or not. But there's also photos, and the photos are also hard copy photos. And I don't believe they've seen those.
I've not seen that.
But those have been in the file, but I don't have the file here today because I was looking at it yesterday.
All right, so here's the thing. This is gonna be recalled back for discovery in January.
Okay.
But help me understand, I know sometimes things are indicted late or something else has happened. So since this case has a 2002 indictment, why is this so late in appearing in this court? Because I have our first date ever on this case in this court was July 2024. So I know there were some issues with discovery then,
Yeah.
so.
He lived elsewhere.
Ah, okay. All right, that explains things. Thank you. And the reason why I'm asking that is because now they want us, of course, to put all our notes in discovery, and I'm a stickler for having notes in discovery. And so I just want to know why that's the reason, because as you know, see, breaking things. You know what this reminds me of? Yeah, I'll blame it on Charles. When we were growing up as a child, you would be allowed to sit on the sofa, to eat something. But if you spilled something, my grandmother, my mom would say, okay, they're not ready to sit on the sofa and it's back to the table. So I don't know if you're ready. Yes. All right, so what date in January for discovery, Mr. Bunk? I know you have a trial with us in December.
Yes. January, I'm flexible, so whatever pleases the court.
All right, well, state, how long do you think it'd take you to find a VHS player? I had one until the great flood of 2023.
I believe I have that all, I mean, I believe it's all being copied right now by our IT department, so I don't think that'd be a big problem. I don't know how to do the photos other than let them view the photos, because making copies of those would just be, I don't know.
Scan them into.
If I can find somebody to scan them. But I mean,
I know Walgreens and CVS does that, but they can tend to get very pricey. And then they may call the police depending on what it is.
well, these pictures, they probably would be.
Okay, so this is what you all will need to figure that out. We'll
Okay.
call it the week of January 27th.
Okay.
So what date? You got the 27th, the 28th, or the 30th?
30th.
Okay,
30th?
Yes.
all right. We'll be back on that date for discovery.
And I have filed some bond reduction motions. Can we get a date? Or can we get those heard at some point before then?
If the state is ready, we can hear them for this afternoon. If not, we can
Judge,
call
I
it
do
back
have
in December.
Just to let the court be aware, I have a meeting with the admin at 2:00 that I have to attend. And then-
Okay, so
We can do it the first week, when I'm in here with you, the end of that first week in December.
That'd be fine.
Let's do this. You all confer on a date
Okay.
that both of you all can decide on, and we'll hear it at that time.
Okay,
So
thank
I
you.
won't set it now, but your attorney will confer with them.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Oh, thank you. All right, everyone, we're going to take our recess. Who is here? Who's ready to go now? If it's for a plea, we're going to have to bring it back this afternoon, but who's your client? Prado. Can I see file on Prado?
Your Honor, also, I'm here for trial announcement as well.
All right,
And I think you called mine already. So
all right, Prado, come down. All right, this one. Let me see, I don't have a single docket sheet on this. All right, where are we on discovery?
I believe discovery has been exchanged, Judge. We were given an offer that has been rejected. It looks like it's gonna be a fraud case.
All right. So I'm gonna set this for a jury trial date and a plea deadline date.
Okay.
All right, if you all wanna, because I see the charge. If you all wanna confer with Ms. Ferguson on a jury trial date and a plea deadline date, and then come back and let me know what date that is.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you, thank you.
I want to take this.
They need to confer with you on a date.
Your Honor, I have Delarosa.
All right, Ray De La Rosa.
Ray, please come on.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon.
Next one there.
All right, today is plea deadline date.
It is, Your Honor.
And,
My client had rejected,
all right,
the state's offer. So.
so we have a DWI third and a assault family and a violation of protective order.
I think there's two assault families.
All right, so what date?
What? in
For
Jan-
jury, yeah,
in
it'll be a date in January.
Which date would be good for the court?
Ms. Ferguson, I need a jury trial date for family violence in January, please. And it's Ray De La Rosa.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, just one second. All right, January 14th it is.
January 14th, Your Honor.
Yes.
On discovery, I think I had got a notice for additional discovery. I was trying to download it on the e-discovery.
All right, this is what we're gonna do. Norma, have them come back on December 19th for discovery and then hold that trial date. And if you've received all the discovery by then we'll still give you that trial date.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm going to give the state a thumb drive,
All right,
and that should take care of everything in discovery. On the 19th, correct?
yes.
Thank you very
December
much.
19th.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. So Norma, if you'll give them a reset date for December 19th. Yes, and just put it for discovery on that date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right,
With
once you
pleasure.
sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
Your Honor.
Yes.
You know what my ideal career would be?
What?
Owning a chocolate bar factory.
Oh, that would be so awesome.
You have a good day. Thank you,
Right,
Your Honor.
too. All right, Jesus Prado, have you got the date yet or no? Okay. And then after that, we're on our reset. Who do you have?
Mr. Ugu, Judge.
All right. Ugu. All right, hello. Hi, okay, today is the plea deadline date, or is your client requesting a jury trial?
He is.
All right, if you'll step over in that line and confer with them on a jury trial date. Oh, Charles,
Yes.
let me speak to you real quick.